This video will walk you through the steps of submitting a quick quote through the CCW portal. There may be situations where you would need to use a quick quote versus an OIP deal registration. Like for instance, if you are participating in an RFP or an RFQ and need to apply for special bid pricing. Or maybe you're going up against a competing manufacturer and just need deep discounted one-off pricing to win the customer. You may also be dealing with a rollout opportunity, where the customer won't be making the purchase all at once, but rather in phases, and need to keep the same pricing through the whole project. These are all situations where you would need to use a quick quote instead of applying for OIP. And unlike OIP, there is no minimum deal size needed to qualify. First things first, make sure to reach out to the Cisco account manager that's assigned to your customer, and let them know about the deal before you register. If you don't know who the Cisco account manager is, reach out to the CSA that supports the region your customer is in. To start the process, from the CCW home screen, go to the Deals and Quotes tab and select Create Quote. Next, name your quote. This is the name that will appear when looking at your list of deals and quotes you are working on, so make sure to choose a name that will easily identify your opportunity. From there, you will want to choose your Cisco Channel Account Manager, or CAM. Bradley Mitchell is the CAM that's assigned to Insight, so always make sure to choose him from the drop-down list. Then, fill in the email address for the Cisco account manager that's assigned to your customer. Now to add your customer's info, click on Faster Search next to the new icon. This will bring up a box to select the end customer and address. Go ahead and input your customer's name in the search bar. Find your customer with the matching address you are working on for this opportunity. If you can't find your customer in the search, click on the Create Customer tab and manually enter your customer's information. Once you see the correct customer, click on the radio button next to it and then click the Use Selected Address button. After you choose your company and address, you will see that the Cisco account manager has been updated. Make sure this matches the account manager you are working with on this opportunity. If it doesn't match, then reach out to the Cisco AM you've been speaking with to confirm it's their account. You just want to make sure you are working with the correct person that will be approving the deal registration for your customer. Now to input your customer's contact information. This is your main point of contact you are working with for your client. This could be something like an IT director or maybe a purchaser for the company. And just make sure that the company website matches the company you are working with. Sometimes this will get kicked back if the approvers in the back end can't pull up the website or if the name doesn't match your end customer. After inputting your customer's contact info, you will need to input the partner information. Click Partner. Then, check the box that says Use the contact details of my user profile. This should automatically populate your information. If there are any fields missing with the red asterisk next to it, go ahead and fill them in manually. Once you're finished, click Create Quote. The next page is the About the Deal section. Fill out a brief description or summary about the deal you are working on. For the intended use drop-down, you're always going to choose Resale. For deal category, you're always going to choose Other Resale Infrastructure from the drop-down. The deal source, keep it as partner sales activity. For deal type, choose if it's a purchase or a lease depending on how your customer is making the purchase. Next, choose the probability percentage of the deal closing. I like to put this one with a higher percentage to close, so the Cisco account manager will be more apt to pay attention to my deal. For price list, always choose Global Price List US Availability from the drop-down. After that, choose your expected close date for the project. For expected Cisco hardware and software, put the list amount of the hardware and/or software you're quoting your customer. Since this is a quick quote, there is no minimum deal size to qualify, so put the list amount of the hardware and software in this box. Expected service amount is the list amount for SmartNet and service contracts. Input the SmartNet list amount and then click Save and Continue. For buy method, you can either choose to go with Cisco Direct or go through distribution. Keep in mind, Cisco Direct generally has longer lead times, but typically you get a better discount. If you plan to go through a distribution partner, then choose the one you want to use in the drop-down. You will want to make sure to check the stock availability and choose the best options based on the lead times your customer needs for the items to be delivered. If you choose to go through distribution, then once you submit your deal, you will receive an email with a DART number and approval. Inputting an install site is optional at this point. As long as you have the country, you'll be able to move forward. The service location is for software as a service subscriptions. You can go ahead and leave this as the default. For ship to, specify the country the equipment is going to. If it's within the United States, then go ahead and leave this as the default. Click Save and Continue. Next is the Items section. The next step is to import the estimate or bill of materials. To do that, click on the Actions drop-down and click Import a saved configuration. Select Estimate. Input the estimate ID you should have received from your data center team. Change the Created By drop-down menu to Shared with Me, and click Search. Click the radio button next to the estimate you want to import, and then click the Import Entire Estimate button. If the estimate you're trying to import is not on the list, then you'll need to first access the shared estimate. To do this, hover over the Estimates tab and click Access Shared Estimate. Input the estimate ID and access key you should have received in an email from your data center team, and click Get Access. Once you've done that, hit the back button on your browser to return to the previous page. Then go through the steps of inputting the estimate again. Everything in the estimate you imported will populate here below. You can use the plus signs to see the sub-line items to make sure you aren't missing anything. If everything looks correct, click Save and Continue. The next page is the Discounts and Credits section. The discounts will be added in by the Cisco account manager after the deal's been submitted. So click Save and Continue. You are now ready to submit your quote. So go ahead and click the Submit Quote for Approval button. It can take up to 24 hours for the discounts to get uploaded to your deal. But that's it. You've completed submitting a quick quote in CCW. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and as always, happy selling.